Good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world today. I hope you're having a great day and you're making it great. This is the Jet Black Daily Show. I'm Mr. Jet Black Carroll Sr.
And it's your boy Corey LaGucci Graves coming live from the Jet Black Daily Show. We just continue and carry on the legacy of Aaron T. Jones. Hashtag Pod God.
Yes, sir. Hashtag Jet Black. And if you haven't had the opportunity, please visit the website, thejetblackempowerment.com. That's thejetblackempowerment.com. Cash rules everything around
It be the cream.
Get the money.
Yeah.
Dollar
Bills, y'all.
Hey, hit that Cash App, Unique 3815. That's Unique 3815. And if you want to write that check, make that check payable to the Aaron T. Jones Memorial Fund. That is the Aaron T. Jones Memorial Fund, just like that. You dig?
We digging it on.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you also can go to the shopjetblack.org. That's shopjetblack.org.
And I'm going to tell you what to do.
Come on.
Shop till you drop at the Jet Black Shop.
You dig?
You see me?
Come on. He's spiffy over there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even mad at him.
Oh, I appreciate that, huh?
Yeah,
I
man.
do what I can do when I can do it. You know, I try. I try, huh? How you living?
Living large, baby, and in charge.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, what about you, man?
I can't complain. You
Yeah.
know how I say it.
Yes,
Blessed
sir.
and highly favored
And the
to
church,
be in the building.
And the church said,
You know what I mean?
hallelujah. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Yes, sir. Listen, we got a wait, you know what? Before I keep going, check us out. You want to get to know who Jet Black Empowerment is? I'm going to tell you who Jet Black Empowerment is.
Get 'em.
You can join us May 1st at the Village on Eugene. That's 1325 Eugene Street, right here in the Gate City. That's Greensboro, North Carolina. It's going to be food and fun for all. So come out and join us on that date, all right? From 2 to 6 p.m. That's Saturday from 2 to 6 p.m. May 1st. Get to know Jet Black.
Jet Black, get to know.
Yes, sir, as we continue the legacy of Mr. Aaron T. Jones. Well, look, we got a very special guest in the building.
In the Billy,
We have the one,
the only
Michelle
Turner.
Make some noise up in here.
All right. Well, thank you for the introduction. I appreciate
You're welcome. Yeah. We want to make sure everybody feels special when they're on the platform of Jet Black. You know what I'm saying? Because you are special to us.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you
So
for
glad
having
to have you here and grace us with your presence here on the mic. So we ain't going to waste your time and we ain't going to waste their time. Let's
Get in
go
now.
ahead and get on with the get down.
Well, thank you for having me. So I am Michelle Turner.
Yes.
I am the board president and co-founder of Combat Female Veterans Families United.
Right.
We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization founded and chiefly operated by female veterans, combat female veterans,
Yeah.
representing all branches of the military. So we're proud to say that.
Oh, we love you. And
Yes.
thank you for your service.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you so
Thank
much. And
you.
that's dope.
That is dope. We have a G.I. Jane with
Yeah, hear
us
me. I was
here
just about to
today.
stole my shit.
I'm
I was
my
about to pop
bad,
that
man.
out there,
I-
but yeah, you right.
My bad.
You are definitely
Sorry
right.
about that, nephew.
Yeah, no, you good. Great minds think alike.
You know what I'm saying? So, Michelle, can you tell the folks a little bit about you, and then we'll go a little further into the nonprofit
Sure.
organization.
Sure, absolutely,
If you don't mind,
absolutely.
where you from?
So I am from Salisbury,
Okay.
North Carolina, of course, residing in Concord, North Carolina. So not too far up the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little 20-minute hike,
Yeah, for
skip
sure.
and a jump.
Yeah.
Originally from Salisbury, so I served in the military for 20 years and 6 months. Yeah.
Wow.
And it was reserve time.
Okay.
However,
Yeah.
I did 3 tours overseas. Yeah, 3
Wow.
tours one to Saudi Arabia during Desert Storm, just aged myself. And then 2 tours to Iraq for Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, I tell you what, you
She
don't
was
look-
out there.
She was.
You hear me?
She wasn't playing no
Putting in that
games,
work.
Putting in that work.
Yeah.
So what was that like before you went to the military? What was life like before you actually went to the military?
Well, I like
Without
to-
divulging too much information.
Yeah, yeah. I would like to say that, school, transit from middle school, high school, good time, good
Yeah.
days, you know what I mean? Life was good. What made me join the military was that, I didn't really have a lot of direction, I can honestly say. And my parents, actually, I was adopted by my grandmother, so she didn't have money to send me to school. Yeah, so I started working at this factory and was at this factory for about 6 months. And I was watching people in there that had been working in there for 30 years, walking around with bags on their head. And 6 months into that, I looked around. I was like, yeah, nah, I'm not going to be able to do this. So I'm going to have to find something to do with myself.
Sure.
So I went to a recruiting station. And it was not maybe 2 months after that, I decided to raise my right hand to support and defend the Constitution of this United States of America.
Right on, right on. Sound like it was life-changing for you.
Very, very.
Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
very.
I heard you say the discipline aspect. How much of the discipline did you get, later on, like transitioning from being in the military and then going to your duty station? How did that affect you? What was basic training like? And coming from a female perspective.
Ooh, great question. So very structured, of course. You really learn how to conduct yourself. You learn how to be respectful, which I had a lot of that from being raised by my grandmother.
come
Of
on.
course.
Yes,
So,
sir.
I was ready for him. I was
Yeah.
ready for him. I was so ready for him.
Yeah.
At basic training, you first get there, they'll have you, doing push-ups,
Yeah.
people, noses are running from, just being, the drill sergeants are on them being so aggressive.
Yeah.
I was laughing through it all. 'Cause I was
Yeah.
ready for him.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
but yeah, very structured, very, very, very disciplined. And, I wouldn't take anything from it. Yeah.
I know that's
I wouldn't
right.
do anything any
I
different.
love it. I love it. I love it.
20 years
20
and
years.
6 months.
And
And
gotta
six-
count that 6 months.
Yes,
Got to
ma'am.
count that
That's
6
why I added it on the
months.
back end. On the back end, 20 years, 6 months. Like I said, we appreciate you.
Yes,
Thank
we
you.
appreciate you for your service. What would you say to those that that may disagree with a black person, whether it's a female or a male going into the military? What would you say to those that felt like military ain't nowhere for a black man or black woman to be? What would be your response to that?
That's
And
a
why?
great question as well. Yeah, definitely. Well, I think, as individuals, we all have to choose our own path.
Yeah.
And, what's right for one person may not be right for the next.
Yeah.
And my personal reason, of course, was, like I said, to make sure I had a better way. I had something else to do in life.
Yeah.
Something that was more structured. I knew I didn't want to work in a factory for 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
Which nothing is wrong with that.
Right.
Nothing's wrong with that.
Sure,
but
sure.
it just wasn't for me. So I think it's based off each individual person. And, all of our opinions are unique. And that's why we have them. And, I wouldn't, if someone has something negative to say about it, I would just come back with something positive,
Yeah.
whatever the aspect may be. But I encourage my friends to let to encourage their sons and daughters who are not doing anything out here to join the military.
Yeah.
Yeah, get in there. It can pay for your schooling.
Come on.
I know people who have gone all the way and got their PhDs from being in military service.
Yeah,
So, those are positive. They're definitely positive.
Positive.
Yes,
What
the
would
positive outweigh the negative.
What would you say some negatives were? What were some of the cons that you would say?
Being away from your family,
Okay.
of course. Being deployed to war. The trauma that you experience.
Yeah.
Coming back a different person. Because you
Yeah.
don't go the same person.
No.
Yeah, you leave one way, you come back a different person.
True.
And the rate that our soldiers are being deployed today is so continuous, and they're doing so many deployments back to back to back. So can you imagine how many different people they are when they come back? Because you come back different all the time.
Yeah.
You're never the same.
Let's talk about a few of those challenges that you may have faced. That's from even a black woman in the military, even from just being a female. What were some of the challenges that you faced while in the military, and that maybe others may face, and how can they overcome those challenges and win?
Sure. One of the biggest challenges was women tend to feel like we don't get the same recognition as men, as far as being a soldier, as far as being a combat soldier, and also being a woman. That's an aspect of how things are approached, the way we see things, the way we operate. Those are challenges. Also, finance was a challenge. Now, not because of the military not paying me. I financially just didn't make some good choices and didn't learn down the road that the importance of saving. So, for instance, I come back from Desert Storm, been over there for 8 months, had all this money, which was money then, back in 90. And what happened was, instead of saving money, I was out here buying cars, motorcycles, just doing
splurging a little bit.
Well, hey, I understand.
Just doing unnecessary stuff.
Yes,
Like I said, a challenge, that's one of the things that our soldiers need to be taught. Is finances. Learning how to save. Yes. Putting money back. For the future.
I agree with you. I was in the military also. I was a 94 Bravo.
Well, thank you for your service.
Salute to 'em out here,
Salute,
Appreciate the service.
I can honestly say I don't know what it was like as a female coming out, but I will say from just being a soldier's perspective, period. When you come home, you used to them 3 hots in the cot. I worked in the mess hall, so you can eat at wherever you at on that post. There's a dining facility that's open, and all you gotta do is flash that card, and you can eat. You got a roof over your head, and the one thing that I will say, you do get spoiled. You do get spoiled. The most expensive thing you probably have is a car.
Right.
That's why you see most GIs have a BMW or a nice car, nice whip. Always got a nice whip, because you're staying in housing. But what I wanted to say is, what do you think they can do better to help that transition from military life to civilian life? Because it is tough. Just because you go into the military, you may have a skill set, but it may not be good for civilian life. What do you think they should do for that transition from military life to civilian life?
Yes, great question. So research shows it takes maybe around 5 to 7 years to transition from military to civilian. And it takes even longer if you've been deployed. And again, I reiterate, our soldiers are having to do multiple deployments now, back to back to back. And the military has gotten better with having transition programs to help our soldiers transition back to the military. But that is one of the reasons why my battle buddy, Sandra Robinson, created this nonprofit. And this is one of the reasons why I chose to join her in this mission, is because we want to be that missing link for, they get their services at the VA, but we want to be the ones that they fall back on for anything, any other resources, advocacy, anything that they may be missing. And so we do that by referral, advocacy, and by, like I say, providing resources.
Right on. Jump on in there, little Gucci.
All right.
I know you got something.
You know I got some. I keep some up my
Yes,
sleeve.
sir. Come on, get it to him.
I got one for you, Miss Michelle. What are some of your specific objectives?
Objectives. Yes. Number one, to bridge the gap that we have between, and our nonprofit caters to combat female veterans, those who have served in combat. And there's a lot of nonprofits that have a different mission.
Sure.
But ours is for our combat female veterans. So to bridge that gap, to make sure we are recognizing their stories. We want to leave a legacy for them. We also want to honor them and recognize them, and we do that through our programs. We have a outstanding combat female veteran gala that we do. Of course, we had to be virtual here these last few years because of COVID, but we're hoping when things get back to normal, we can go back to a live program where we can honor them. And
Well,
so,
excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Get on in there.
What is a gala?
we get fancy.
Oh,
you
like
know,
a little
dress
party.
up.
Little shindig, little kickback.
Yeah. Why
Okay.
not?
Okay, I ain't understand the terminology.
You all right,
Y'all
baby?
know
You
I'm
all
from the
right?
country.
Hey, nephew, you fine. You
hear
know
me?
what I'm saying?
You knew I was gonna ask this.
Yeah, I did.
I seen the way you looked at me.
I just
I seen the way you looked
did
at
I
me.
side eye
that.
you, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, we get fancy.
Go ahead,
Okay.
man. Go on and get in
All
there.
right,
I know you
another
got
one for you.
another one.
Who are the so-called decision makers?
Of what?
The nonprofit organization.
Collectively, we all make decisions.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So, of course, we have a board, and these ladies are, like I said, they are prior service, and we also have non-veterans.
Yeah.
One of them being our dear Varnetta Jones.
Hey,
Hey.
Miss Jones.
So
Hey.
she has been helping us from the beginning. So we have non-veterans on there that are veteran supporters,
Yeah.
and they are here to help us in anything, any way, any and every way. So that is our main objective. Yeah, we work together collectively
Yeah.
to find the best way to help our female veterans.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I got a question I wanted to ask you. I know, back in the day, in the times where we as black folks, we wanted to fight in the war. So I wanted to know from you, is that same drive for the female soldier the same way? Want that opportunity to see some action? You know what I'm saying? They feel like, hey, I'm just as good as he is. Is that same drive in there for female soldiers the same way it was? And not that we can have that same emotion, but, you know what I'm saying, kind of be in that same vein. Is it like that also with some of the other female veterans as well? And do you think it's getting better?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I do think it's getting better. You may have seen recently in the news that a lot of more female Marines are coming forward to be able and want to fight in combat. Yeah. I think, for me, when I initially joined, and raised my right hand, I didn't think as a reservist that I would be being sent to war. But it wasn't even 6 months after I had came out of basic training and AIT.
Seemed like reserve go quicker.
We were headed that way, headed to a war zone. So
That fast.
that fast.
Wow.
So that the initial for me was a shock.
Yeah.
I think our soldiers, men and women, right now realize that this is how it is.
Yeah.
And so once you raise your right hand to support and defend the Constitution of the United States, by all means necessary, again, foreign and domestic, then hey, that's what's going to happen. So I think, yes, as far as females, I think they are now.
Yeah.
Know that is an option. That may happen, and it's more than likely going to happen.
Oh yeah.
More than one time.
Yeah.
And I think the mindset has changed a lot more, and it's common. Yeah, it's common and it's coming.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna tell you, I was looking up a few articles. I don't remember names verbatim, so y'all forgive me. You know what I'm saying? But I just a little citing over looking at a few things. It is more females going to Ranger school now.
Yes.
And there's a couple of black females that graduated the top of their class. So
Yes.
I think that's awesome. If you don't know what Ranger school is, boy, it is not. You know what it is?
No, I was waiting on you to ask. I feel like you was throwing a shot at me when you said that.
I swear,
Because I seen you look at me up under the bib. You was like, if you don't know what Ranger school is, Uncle out here shooting shots.
No, I promise you I wouldn't. That is tough. That's tough. You got to be hood. You got to be hardcore to go
So what
through
is it?
Ranger. Go ahead. I'll let you explain Ranger school. I forgot.
You may know a little bit more about it than I do. But I tell you, it's a vigorous course.
Yes, it
Okay.
is.
I mean, you can compare Ranger School to
Special
with the
Forces.
Navy SEALs,
Yep.
the Special Forces, the Green Berets.
Yes,
all those are elite groups that go through an additional type of training,
Yes.
other than what we go through. So, let's just say they're elite.
They
Oh yeah,
are
they sound like they be in the trenches,
man, trust
getting
me.
it out the mud.
Living off the
Right.
land for real. Eating
Right.
off the land. Go ahead and jump on in there, Lagucci. I know you got something
Yeah, I got a
going.
couple more right
Yeah.
here. Good question. What evidence do you have to support your messages?
So a lot of research, which, the internet can provide you with any and everything but personal research as far as that's been provided by the Department of Military and Veteran Affairs.
Yes.
We also have NC Serves, and what really I have is all of the female veterans that are reaching out to us for help.
Yes.
That's our evidence.
Yes.
We are getting so many people that are female veterans that come back from war,
Yeah.
and they do not have basic things like utilities,
Yes.
rent, food,
Yeah.
basic necessities.
Yeah.
And that's our evidence
Oh,
that
yeah.
there are a lot of people that need help.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I
that's
think
what we want to
awesome.
do. We
I
want to
think
help.
that's awesome. What are some of the programs that you guys offer or give assistance to or put them in the right direction for those resources?
Yeah, sure. So our mission, number
Your
one,
mission,
is to
okay.
provide transitioning services to combat female veterans and their families, supporting life after war. That's our mission. And we break our 3 programs down into a little acronym we call TEA.
Okay.
Transition, economy, and advocacy. So again, that transition program is to help with referrals, resources, and mentorship.
Yeah.
Our economic program, we like to provide, funding and basic necessities for our female veterans, again, who are coming back and just do not have the basic items that we need.
Yeah.
And our advocacy program is to help support and fight for gender-specific programs. So in the past, you would have, and maybe still current, you would have a female veteran come back who is complaining or has trauma from PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder, or MST, which is military sexual trauma.
Michelle tried to get
She
me.
gets,
I'm gonna stop him before he even asks me.
just stop. Yeah, go on and
ahead,
stop
let him
him.
know.
Go on and stop him, Michelle. Just look at him.
Hey,
Just go on and give it to him.
I knew that one, folks at home. I knew that one.
But in the past, they would have female veterans in the room with male veterans talking about MST and PTSD, and our issues are totally different.
Absolutely.
So we advocate for gender-specific programs
Okay.
where we can be in the room to discuss our issues amongst
Yeah.
our gender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you. I
Yeah.
got you. How do you think that's going to work with them passing a law to accept transgender into the military? What are some of the things you think? I mean, if you can, just your opinion about it, your perception about it, if you don't mind going into that, how is that going to operate in the lane where you deal with female soldiers and a person identifies as transgender that identifies with being a female? How do you guys operate in that lane, or have you guys even thought about that yet? I'm sure you have.
Well, I have to speak personally
Okay.
on the topic. I think whatever gender we have all these pronouns, they, her, she,
You have to be so careful.
whatever gender a human being identifies with is where they should be placed. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Okay.
I haven't experienced it, or if I experienced it, I didn't know I experienced it.
Sure.
You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
I
it
do.
hasn't been something that was personal to me, or something that I was able to see up close.
Okay.
So that's an interesting question. Well, how do
Yeah.
you feel? Because I mean,
it's a tough question for me. We just spoke about it a little bit not too long ago as we were talking about it within the sports arena. We didn't know how that would be fair. And again, please, these are just our opinions and our perception about it. We just didn't know how they would work that out, being in a male body, but you identify as a female and you're going to dunk on another female. And I'm not trying to, throw shade or be funny about it, but I'm just trying to figure out, like, how are they going to work that out? Even with female that identifies as male and they play a male-dominated sports, how are they going to, I just don't know how that's going to work out, because at the end of the day, I'm not saying females are not strong, but what I am saying is, quite naturally, the male anatomy is going to be a little stronger. So I just don't want it, what I'm saying is maybe an imbalance in there. I don't know. That's just such a tough. We live in a society now today where, you could do what you want to do. If you want to change your body, they have doctors now that can change your body.
All right.
So it's a tough one. What's your thoughts on it, Lil Gucci?
Hey, I really ain't got much on
I
this
know,
topic,
I know, I
but
know.
It's just like you were saying about the sports. It's just, I think sports would be different from the military, though. You know what I
I see
mean?
what you're saying. Yeah.
But I really ain't got much on that.
And then I'm concerned about the bathroom
tough-
situation. That's another thing that I think that people should take, because again, you don't want to. Then you'll run into discrimination. Well, you can't come in the bathroom with me. So how are they going to fix that? Together with, I'm a man, but I identify as a woman, and I'm gonna go in here with the women and use the bathroom. I mean, I just don't know, and you don't want them to feel like they're being excluded. But how do you even operate with that? You know what I'm saying? How do you deal with that, even from a mental aspect? How do you even do that? So we'll keep it moving, because I'm not a professional on that either. But
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That's a
That's
tough
a tough
one.
one.
And but it was just a thought. I
Sure.
wanted to know how you guys would handle that with the nonprofit organization. But you got any more
Yeah.
questions you want to ask?
I definitely let me
Yeah,
just,
go ahead.
let me just add to.
Sure.
I think, as far as the nonprofit,
Yeah,
if they reach out to us, regardless,
you're gonna help. Period.
we're going to help.
Gotcha.
Okay, and if we don't have the capacity to meet their needs, then we're going to find somebody who does.
I love it. Man. You can't say nothing else about that.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. I love it. It's all about what we say here at Jetblack: each one, reach one, teach one.
Yeah.
As we continue the legacy of Mr. Aaron T. Jones, who are some of the people that influenced you as you went into this role that you're in with the nonprofit organization? What were some of the people that influenced you?
Yeah, definitely.
Either military or not in military, whatever.
Yeah, my definitely my grandmother was my number one influence.
Yeah.
My father, his father were all in the military. My uncle, who served at the Pentagon, he was a big influence.
Yeah.
And all those people in that plant influenced me.
Yeah.
I knew I
Yeah,
had-
she said she was there
said
sit
that.
on.
I had to get out of there.
30 years.
Hit the gas 30 years. They still walk around now. She said no. Went and served 20 years in 6 months.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love it.
Soldier.
Yeah, I love it. You pretty much answered pretty much all
Yeah.
of the questions. I just think it's very interesting. Number one, you're a female, you're a combat veteran, and how important was it for you to take care of your mental health? And how have you been able to take care of your mental health and still look as good as you look? You
Oh,
know what I'm
thank
saying? Yeah, you look good.
Melanin.
Melanin, that black don't crack.
I'm telling you.
So what did you do, and what have you done to kind of keep yourself together after
Yeah.
going through some of the trauma that you might have faced?
Yeah, that's a good question, and a loaded question. But I will share with you personally, and it's a daily struggle. It's a
Yeah.
daily battle. You know what I
Sure.
mean? It doesn't go away.
Yeah.
Things come in waves.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can be up, sometimes you can be down. And what you try to do is try to practice mindfulness. Sometimes you have to sit with your feelings, which are very uncomfortable,
Yeah.
but you sit with them to realize that you'll come out on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of prayer.
Oh, come on. I know that's right.
A lot of me personally just separating myself from everything
Sometimes
and
you have
everybody.
to.
And it may just be sitting in the sun for 15 minutes.
Come on.
And
Some of that vitamin D.
Exactly.
Ain't gonna hurt
Exactly.
you none.
And just reflecting and focusing and hey, and saying thank you.
Yeah.
Being
Yeah.
thankful
Yeah.
and grateful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because some people are not even here to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
So, yeah. That's
and you got your battle buddies too.
and my battle buddies. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh!
support.
If
Support.
they are not so helpful
Yeah,
and
ear
such
to
a
listen.
blessing, yes, and such a blessing, and it helps. Yeah, so we just bounce off each
Absolutely.
other.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful to have that kind of support surrounded around you.
Absolutely.
Especially with something that you're doing and you know what it's like.
Right.
It firsthand.
That's right.
So what an awesome way to be able to help somebody and based off and you still going through some of the adverse
That's
effects of being in combat.
That's a good point because we
Yeah.
are the population that we serve.
Yeah,
Yeah, we are the
that's right.
population that we serve. So
And I think that's awesome. You're a strong woman for doing that.
Thank you.
So listen, veteran families, if you kind of missed a little bit of it, we have Miss Michelle Turner here, who is the president of the Combat Female Veteran Families United, right? Am I saying that right? United co-founder. And this is, I'm just going to read a little bit of their discussion, their mission of Combat Female Veteran Families. United is to provide transition services to combat female veterans and their families, supporting life after war. They directly confront the issue and lack of support services to address the unique and multi-layered post-deployment obstacles female veterans and their families face to the civilian world. I'm telling you, we just have to give hats off to that. We know that it can be taxing going through the VA and going through the system.
Yes.
With the systems that they have in place, it can be tough. Do you guys give them like some good sound wisdom and advice on how to navigate through the VA system?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, sharing is caring. And so, you know, like I say, the transition now is a little better
Okay, good.
than it was back then.
Yeah.
But we certainly are sharing with them everything that we know. Everything that we know.
Gotcha. So listen, what does it cost? What are the costs like for a 501c3?
Well, you know, everything we do.
Without divulging too much information,
Well,
but
you know, everything that we do is based on funding. So,
Gotcha.
you know, donations is what drives us.
Yeah.
And thankfully, my battle buddy wrote some grants last year that we were able to, that was given by Guilford County. We were able
Sure.
to pay rent, utilities, provide food, and things like that.
that's awesome.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
much so. But,
yeah.
you know, we're donation driven. So
Yeah.
anybody can show us some love, then we'll just keep going, keep pushing.
Jump on in there, little Gucci. I know
Hey.
you got something you want to say.
How can the CFVF United help my female veteran project?
Female Veteran Project. Explain.
I think I might have. Did I read the right thing? On?
Yeah, you read the right thing. What services do the CFVF United provide?
Yeah.
Is that what you asked?
Yeah, that's what I was trying
for
to say.
For females.
Yeah, for females.
Some
Gotcha,
of the things they provide.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
Oh no,
No, you
that
good.
was
You
me.
good.
Hey, I do this from time to time.
So again,
Yes, yes.
our transition, our economic advocacy, like I said, resources, also recognizing our aging
Yes.
female veterans by continuing on with the Legacy Project. Lives Transformed
Yes.
is to continue to support the mission
Yeah.
and continue to help our female veterans as well.
Yes.
We have also our deployment
Yes.
program.
Yes.
So our deployment program where we send packages to female veterans that are deployed overseas. And we like to make contact with them before they leave, but definitely keep up with them as they're in deployment
Yes.
so that we can also assist them when they return.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Don't laughing
awesome.
at me.
No, I ain't laughing at you.
Laughing
Boy,
at
you
me.
crazy. Man, I ain't gonna lie. You know what? You had the right question. I think you was just ahead. You
Yeah,
was
I was in
ahead
the
a little
wrong
bit.
section,
He was in the wrong
Hey, it
section.
be like that from
Hey,
time to time.
listen,
You
man,
know
we
what I
ain't perfect
Hey.
here at the Jet
It's
Black.
a judge-free zone. Leave it in the comment. I'll fire you up later on when I go back.
Boy, you crazy. So look, we're gonna go ahead and keep it moving. Let's go ahead and ask that question you wanted to ask though, right there. How can the CFVF United help my female veteran project?
Yeah.
Yes,
So
and you already explained it, didn't you?
yeah. Well.
Can you elaborate on it a little bit
Which
more
just
then?
to continue to partnerships in the community.
Yeah.
You know, to find that's the only thing. We're partnership.
I got you.
We're partnership driven. So
Yeah.
to make partnerships and connections in the community.
Oh, I love it. I
Yes.
love it. Do you still work out? I want to ask you that question. Do you still run and do push-ups and sit-ups?
Man, it's been a minute.
I got
It's
you.
been a minute.
I got you. You don't think you
but
can
I
run?
need to get myself together. Yeah,
Do
I
you
need to
think
do
you can
some
run
running.
a PT 2 miles
2
in
miles.
how many minutes?
And well, you know, it was based on your age.
Yeah, it
and then,
was.
you know, I think that right before I got out, I had like 20 minutes to run that 2 miles.
Right on.
Yeah, it might take a little longer than that. It'd probably be a walk run. You know what I mean? little more
Well, some of
walking
them
and
boys
running.
can run 7-minute miles, 6-minute miles. You know
Like
what I'm saying?
rabbits.
Like rabbits.
Like rabbits.
I used to do that back in the day. You know, we used to have field day back in elementary.
Come on, talk about
I had
it.
some feet back in the day. I wouldn't time myself now.
Boy, you crazy. So what is a day like for you? For you, Michelle. What is a day like for you?
Yeah.
Personal, and how do you bring a balance to with the nonprofit organization and with yourself?
Yeah, sure. So, you know, every day is different. First off, you know, you got to give thanks on waking up.
Yeah.
Okay. And then secondly, you know, you go about your day-to-day activities, and there are all
Sure.
going to be things that are going to come up that you didn't plan.
All the time.
But hey, you know how we do. We
Yeah.
just make things happen.
Yeah, keep
So
going.
yeah, keep pushing. So
Yeah,
and then as I get those things done, at the closure of my day, again, like to give thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with a glass of wine.
Go, come on, I was about to say. You had to-
And then whatever.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
That ain't none of your business right there. That's
Gonna
what
leave
you're
that
trying
right
to take.
there.
That ain't none of your
Gonna leave that
business
right
right
there.
there. Glass of wine and then whatever.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know. You want to ask us something else, Stella Gucci? Go ahead.
I'm just blessed to have you here.
Yeah.
I love
Thanks
what
for
you
having
got going on, Miss
Yes.
Michelle Turner, soldier.
I mean, combat
Still
veteran.
going, you hear me?
Still going. And you ain't quit.
No, still pushing.
Still
And
pushing.
looking
Yeah,
good
man,
too,
still
folks.
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
see that
She's
melanin?
Yes, sir. Still looking
Yeah.
good. She got a
Thank
smile
you.
on her face,
Yes.
skin glowing.
Thank
So
you,
you must
thank
be
you.
doing something right. You
Well,
know
you
what
know,
I'm
you gotta
saying?
drink a lot of water.
Gotta drink a lot of water. Yes, sir.
Eat your vegetables. Drink a
Eat
lot
your
of water.
vegetables. Drink stuff you've been eating
Yeah,
since forever.
That's that granny.
That's granny.
Granny.
Right.
Granny. You know,
What?
she said granny raised her. Mine did too, so I know.
Yes, sir. Didn't play no game. You
That's
better
right.
drink you some water, boy.
That's right.
Yes,
Got a little
sir.
hot in here.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? What do you like to do for fun? What are some of your hobbies?
Oh man, my number one thing is travel.
Oh.
Yeah, I like
Some
to
of the
travel.
places you've been. I'm sure you've traveled all over the world.
Oh, you
dog.
know, I've touched probably 3/4 of the islands. Yeah, and got one coming up here in the next couple of months. We'll
Yeah.
be touching that one. But yeah, let's see. I did Turks and Caicos last month.
Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I did St. Lucia in January.
Okay.
Yeah, so travel is my that just,
That's it right there.
that really calms me down.
That's
yeah,
good.
It's my happy place.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to where I can travel and stuff like that. You know, Turks and Caicos.
Yeah.
What you say? Saint what?
St. Lucia.
Saint
Saint
Lucia.
Lucia?
Yeah.
That sounds like
Saint
some crystal, some clear water, wherever it's at. Saint Lucia.
Well, you might can put your whole doggone cup of water
You hear
in there
me?
and drink it, huh?
Turn up the chalice.
How you do it? How you do it, Lil Gucci?
You know me though. All the way back.
It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah.
you deserve it. Get there.
Oh yeah.
Get there.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely, in due time. You know what
Oh
I mean?
man, I know that's right. I know that is right. And I'm sure the kids, you guys help the kids too. I heard you talking about transitioning from military life to civilian life. What do they have in place for the kids?
Yeah,
as
so-
well as the mothers and stuff.
Yeah.
like the
So
kids.
as far as our nonprofit, you know, as you said, is CFVF United, Combat Female Veterans and Families United. So
Yeah.
we support the families of our combat female veterans, and you know, it depends on the need.
I got you.
That's the thing. You know, the need can be sometimes so complex
Wow.
that we're unable to assist.
Really?
But like I said, we have partnerships that we're able to reach out to find who can assist them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it you know, right now for us, we've been in existence. It'll be 4 years, July coming. We got our 501 C3 status in July of 2017. Right, so did I count that right? Be 4 years
4
in July.
years.
21.
21.
Put my fingers out.
That's
man.
about right.
Yeah. So
That's about right.
yeah, so how we supported the combat veterans with families has
Yeah.
been primarily food and rent
Yeah.
and utilities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keeping the lights on, you
Yeah.
know, roof over the head. We had some that were being evicted. you know.
Oh, wow.
Our lights were going to be disconnected, you know, things
Yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
Basic food. So,
Basic things, yeah.
yeah, so that's how we've been able to support the families.
Are you guys able to help with child care at all too with that, or put them in the right place with child care?
We do not do
You
any
don't?
child care.
Okay.
However, we will find resources
yeah.
if that's a need.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got you.
we'll reach out to our partners.
Okay.
To find a resource if that's what they need.
Mental health too as well for the kids if they need it.
Resources as well.
Resources
yeah,
as
yeah.
well,
Not,
okay.
Yeah, not part of
y'all.
our mission, but
Okay, then.
we would definitely find resources for them.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. Listen, Michelle Turner, we thank you so much for. I think you gave everybody a wealth of information. Was it a challenge? Let me ask you this: was it a challenge as a female pushing into this lane with the nonprofit organization, or was it an easy transition? Was it easy for you to get into this part of it?
No.
Okay.
It was definitely a challenge.
Can we talk a little bit about that process and what
sure.
that was like? Yeah.
Sure. Now you mean it's challenging as far as
As starting to
developing
develop the programs and stuff
okay.
like that.
Okay.
Because
So
we don't want our viewers and our listeners to think that it's a success overnight,
yeah,
and we
no.
want them to know the real truth about how tough it was. A lot of people just see the glory, but they don't know what you went through. So if you could just touch on what you went through and some of the processes that you went through to get to where you are now.
I really that's a question for the founder.
Okay, gotcha.
And Sandra Robinson.
Okay.
She has spent many sleepless nights.
Wow.
Tears.
Sure, yeah.
Trying to getting this thing to where we are now.
Absolutely.
And we're still not done. We
Wow.
still have things to learn.
Okay.
We're going to learn as we continue to
Yes.
grow, as we continue to get
Yes.
the right people on our team.
Yes.
And she did an awesome job with bringing in the right people.
Yeah.
Sending us to Leadership Board Academy.
I love it.
Just learning and growing and continue
Yeah.
to get the information that we need. And it's a plethora of information.
Oh,
And
I'm
I
sure.
couldn't have done even half. I couldn't even done a third of what she's done to get this where we are today.
Wow.
But I have admired her tenacity to push through this. And the reason why I told her I would join her, because I truly saw in her mission and her vision.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I love
sure.
it. Each one, reach one,
Teach one.
teach one.
Absolutely.
I love that. The resilience of that. Just that pushing through all the muck and mire to get to where you are,
Yeah.
where you all are on today. And I
Sure.
thank you for your transparency. Man, we
Yes,
love
of course.
transparency.
That's the
here at
key to the truth.
It's the key to the truth. So we
Absolutely.
appreciate that. Look, we're going to go ahead and keep the show moving.
All right.
But we want you to stay right here with us. We don't want you to
Okay.
go nowhere.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about a little bit of Black history facts on the
Ah.
day.
Yeah,
'Cause
you know,
here at Jetblack-
I keep a couple of them.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
365 here at the Jetblack Daily Show.
Every day
all
Black
day.
history.
Yes,
And
sir.
I mean our story, not his story.
Come on,
You
talk
hear me?
about it. Talk about it.
Let me give you
Preach.
one. I got one for you, and Miss Michelle, y'all listen to me.
Okay.
Bessie Coleman.
Bessie.
Bessie Coleman.
Yes, sir.
She was in Atlanta, Texas, Jacksonville, Florida. Bessie Coleman was an early American civil aviator. She was the first African American woman and the first Native American to hold a pilot license.
Man,
Wow.
got
How dope is that?
Love it. That's dope.
That's awesome.
I love
How
it.
dope is
awesome.
that? What don't the
Man,
melanin start?
what? Come on.
Don't get me started.
Man,
That's
we
another
can do
topic for
anything
another
we
day.
want to do.
You hear me?
That's right.
Come on, hit
Got
him with
another one,
another
too.
one. Come on.
You heard of Buffalo Soldier?
Yes, we have Buffalo Soldier.
Let me go ahead and read it for go off. over
Okay,
here.
then. Sorry
Let
about
me get
that.
my Black History facts right. Buffalo Soldier, nickname given to members of the African American cavalry regiments of the U.S. Army who served in the western United States from 1867 to 1896, mainly fighting Indians on the frontier. The nickname was given by the Indians,
Yes,
but its
sir.
significance is uncertain.
Hey, Buffalo Soldier. I guess our skin and our hair. Our hair was nappy and our skin was dark like the buffalo. That's the only thing I can get out
Hey,
of
it
it.
makes sense though.
Makes sense though,
You added that
Yeah.
up pretty fast.
I mean,
huh?
we had,
You know what I mean?
Not kinky hair.
You was you very quick on your toes today.
Hey, thank you, my brother.
Very quick today.
Thank you, my brother.
Very quick.
Thank you, nephew. Go ahead on.
Oh
What
yeah, I
else you
got a
for us?
BA history.
Come on, talk about it.
The United States has the most comprehensive system of assisting the veterans of any nation in the world, with roots that can be traced back to 1636, when the Pilgrims of Plymouth County were at war with the Pequot Indians. Did I say that right? On Pequot?
You said it right. You said it
Pequot.
right.
Was that it?
That's that. Look, yeah, I believe that's right. Come on, Will.
That's what it is. The Pilgrims passed a law that stated that disabled soldiers would be supported by the colony. Later, the Continental Congress, 1776. I can't say 17.
I like the way you say that. 1776.
1776 encouraged enlistments during the Revolutionary War, providing pensions of disabled soldiers. In the early days of the Republic, individual states and committees provided direct medical and hospital care to veterans. In 1811, not 11, 1811,
go ahead.
The federal government authorized the first domiciliary, I hope that's right, y'all bear with me, and medical facility for the veterans. Also in the 19th century, the nation's Veterans Assistance Program was expanded to include benefits and pensions, not only for veterans, but their widows and dependents.
Yeah.
That was that VA history.
A little VA
There's a lot. I
history
appreciate y'all for bearing with me.
Yeah, it's all good.
I got there.
Yeah. We understand.
Yeah.
I understand. You just spitting a little country grammar.
You know what I mean? That's all I got.
That's all you got. What
know
you
what
got
I
on
mean?
them sports today?
Man, we got a couple, man. You
Come
see what
on.
they trying to do to my boy LeBron, man.
Yeah, mad at him because
Trying
he's
to
speaking
expel
out.
him
Come on, man.
Speaking and he grown.
Come on. He keep
Come on
telling them
now.
I'm more than an athlete. He keep telling them that. And he's
After the
showing
lady
them.
told him shut up and dribble. This man building schools and everything else,
What?
giving back.
Behind the camera, producing movies.
But he can't say nothing?
But he can't say nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
That's another topic for
Yeah.
another day.
Keep
Got
it
some
moving.
on John Wall gonna miss the remainder of the season.
Yeah, I kind of hate that too.
Me too, man. He just
John
got back
Wall
not
like
too long
that.
ago,
Yeah,
man.
John
You know what I
Wall
mean? He
like
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
You got to stay healthy though.
Yeah, he does.
Who's that?
John Wall.
Basketball player.
Yeah, yes sir, yes sir.
Got
You
a
wanna
nothing
speak
for
on-
you.
Yeah.
They on the Houston Rockets. That's what he played for. You know,
Yeah,
it was
the
a
Houston
hamstring injury.
Yep.
He was with the Washington Wizards. Him
That's
and
where he
Bradley Beal,
was
you know
for
what I mean? But,
years.
I mean, for a long
For a
time.
long
And he
time.
balled out. You
Yeah,
know
he
what I mean?
did. Yeah, he did.
He got that hamstring in it, though. And they got 11 games remaining and planning to try out different lineups heading into the offseason. Hope that works.
He needs some help out there too.
Yeah, he gone too.
Yeah.
You know where the beard at.
Yeah. Right
You know
there
what
in
I mean?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Yep.
And he was balling too. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he
20
was.
points a game, 3 rebounds, 7 assists just in 32 minutes.
He like that.
You know what I mean? Got some on Bradley Beal
Come on, talk
and
about
Luka Doncic. I hope I said his name right because the boy can ball. You know
Luka,
what I mean?
bad boy.
I'm telling down there in Dallas.
Yes, sir.
He's a hooper.
Yes,
He
he
just
is.
ain't playing basketball, folks.
Yeah.
He hoop.
Sometimes he throws some Larry Bird layups too, don't he?
I mean, and it'll make it though.
But it worked though, don't
He
it?
good.
Hey,
you know what
go
I mean?
ahead. Talk
Him and
about
Bradley
it.
Beal was named NBA Players of the Week
Yep.
for Week 18. You
Yes,
know what I mean?
sir. Yes, sir.
And let me tell you what Bill averaged.
What are you averaging?
Bradley Beal.
Bradley
That
Beal.
boy is a bucket.
Yes, sir.
31 points. 6 rebounds. And they on a 4-win streak.
Yeah, they ain't playing.
You know what I mean?
They ain't playing at all.
And Doncic ain't never far behind. You know, Doncic, he be getting like triple doubles.
Yes, he does.
Damn near triple double. Yeah,
Yep.
we had 26, 10, and 9.
Yeah.
Balling outrageous.
So you think the Lakers still got a chance?
Yeah. Braun be back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You seen him jogging on the court the other
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
Scaring everybody. He wasn't even
Yeah.
going fast. He
was
just out
teasing
there.
him. He was teasing.
He just
him.
out there. Chains and shit swinging.
He tends to do that though. He
Hey.
tends to do that though. You know
Hey.
what I'm saying? And
We
we
back.
picked up Kansas City. We picked up a few new players. Kansas City, them Chiefs.
Who Tampa Bay beat in the Super Bowl with that bad man Tom Brady. And I don't even like Tom Brady. But I told you, I don't even know why you brought that up today.
You know what?
He on the rotisserie.
You know what? I'm gonna let you have that. Cause you're right.
We
We
spinning
lost.
Chiefs. We spinning Chiefs on the rotisserie style.
Yeah, whatever, man. Listen, Antonio Brown is back with the Bucks too. He signed another year.
We knew that was coming though.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. They ain't giving him but a year though.
No, bro, don't know how to act right.
I know,
You be tripping, man. All that money.
All that
You
money.
don't know how to act. Be having
Let
them
me get-
crazy ass haircuts and have like
Red,
2-3 dreads
green.
on this side hanging with the Mr. T on this side. Hey, AB,
He had
if you
that
watching
Nino-
AB, hey,
Hey,
come on the show, bro.
hey, look, he had that Nino Brown too. Then
Yeah, he did,
had
didn't
that
he? He
Nino
did have a
Brown.
Nino.
He had the Nino Brown. That
He ain't
New
Nino.
Jack City.
He ain't need no.
No, he had that New Jack City working though.
did.
He did. He was rocking it though. He a wild boy at any rate.
Yeah, he
What
out
you got
there.
for me on these baseball news?
Oh, you
man?
already know the Blue Jays signed the veteran Christian Colon. Christian Colon
Yeah,
just got
Christian.
a check.
Just got a bing.
Just got a check.
Yes, he did. Go ahead with it.
the team for which Colin had been slated to begin his 2021 season.
Yep.
Presumably, it's a minor league pack for Colin, giving the Jays some additional infield depth with expected starting the AAA season looking in early May.
Right.
He getting the bag.
Yeah, he getting the bag, but I don't appreciate you skipping over the team he came from.
Oh,
Kansas
what
City,
team?
Kansas City Monarchs. I don't appreciate you.
Announcement from. Oh.
I don't appreciate you skipping over that.
You threw me off when you talk about Kansas City, which we should have skipped over. We ain't even worry about football. We know who won the ship. We don't want to hear about the team who lost in the Super Bowl. You hear me, Miss Michelle?
We're going to keep on talking about Kansas City because Mahomes is coming back. Understand me, my brother.
That's good, man. I always like Mahomes, man.
Yeah.
He can ball.
Yeah.
Just not on that day, but
not on that particular day.
You know
hey, man, one of these days you're going to let that go. It's okay to hate.
No, I don't hate.
Okay, then. All right, then.
No.
Thank you. All right, then.
Don't hate in my blood, on.
Right on, nephew. Let's talk about some of these news updates. A group of 21 Democratic senators have reintroduced legislation in Congress to lower the qualifying age for Medicare from 65 to 50.
To 50.
Thank you very much. You know what I'm
65 to
saying?
50. You make it?
I'm 50. I'm 50.
You 50.
Boy, I'm 50.
Is your 50 or your 50?
Medicare card coming to me, boy.
Had to make sure you was qualified.
Hey, look here, boy. I was cheering at home, too, boy. I said 65 to 50. What?
Lit up like a light bulb.
What? I said, thank you, senior citizen. Thank you very much. I so appreciate it. Yep. Mm-hmm. It says when it comes to providing affordable health care for every American, there is more we must do right now to change the status quo, improve our health care system, and lower costs, said Senator Tammy Baldwin, a Democrat from Wisconsin and one of the co-sponsors of the bill. Thank you, Tammy Baldwin.
Yeah, we sure appreciate that. You know what I mean? 65 to 50. You got Uncle in here lit.
65 to 50.
He ain't here lit off that. You hear me?
I want my free drink, too, when I go to Bojangles. You know what I'm saying? Let me get that cherry drink
get a
for
free drink.
What? You didn't know?
What you get a drink for?
Senior citizen. I use it to my advantage, too. What? I want that free cherry drink.
Oh, you going to get that damn drink,
what? Senior citizen cherry drink, please. With a 2-piece.
With a 2-piece.
Just like that. You know what I'm saying? Let me get that.
Mm-hmm. Free drink.
Free drink.
That's all they give you.
Hey,
that's all they give you, a free drink.
Take what you can
Sweet
get.
tea or a cherry drink. I'm going to take it.
Get what you can get.
What? Well, yes, sir, we'll give you. Hey, sir, how you doing? I'd be like, thank you very much for my cherry drink.
That's right.
So you just said you got a card.
No, I ain't got
you
no
got a flash of card or
Man,
something?
look at this great beard. I use it to my advantage, my brother. Let me get that cherry drink, please.
Hey, if y'all see check his ID. You hear me? What you say, Bojangles? That cherry drink, check his ID.
That boy dry snitching up in there.
Oh, man.
Come on, man. Let's talk about the Food and Drug Administration. It appears likely to move to ban menthol in cigarettes this week. They get ready to ban them. Take that menthol out of it. This week, a step, experts say, that has been years in the making, and that could have a significant positive impact on the health of the black Americans. The FDA's decision would not ban menthol immediately, but rather kick off the rule making the process to do so, which could take years. And you know, black folks been smoking new popes and
them new popes, them L&M. Hey, all of them. All of them. I done seen it all. Cools.
I know, right?
What else they got? Cools, Salem.
Camel Cools.
You hear me?
When you pop the back of it.
Yeah, the little burst joint, yeah.
Well, they done made a lot of changes here and there. And, of course, we know North Carolina's changing the laws. They pushing towards the laws to get marijuana legal here in North Carolina. And this, it's the Bible Belt, so it's been that's been a tough
You know
law.
how this state is, though.
Yeah. When Virginia did it, I knew North Carolina was next. I just knew it was.
Well, we ain't on deck yet.
No, they still deciding. But, man, come on. Them taxpayers, they want that money. Trust the government want a piece of that.
Yeah. Plus, everybody indulging anyway. You know? Might as well. Everybody in Georgia. You know what I mean?
Boy, you stupid.
Speaking in general, not pointing
no,
fingers
not
at
pointing
anybody
fingers
or
at anybody,
myself.
nope.
I'm just speaking in totality. Hey, it's out here.
Ah, boy, you crazy, man. God almighty. And you know Humpty died. Humpty died. Do the Humpty. Do the Humpty.
For real?
Hey, do
I
the
was about to
Humpty.
say, what
Humpty.
you talking about?
Man,
Humpty.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
I know
man?
you talking about now, though. Because you had to.
You know,
What'd you do?
Tupac used to dance, do the Humpty Dump. Hey,
Yeah.
do the Humpty Dump. I mean, the beat used to go like that.
I thought it was the Humpty Hump.
Well,
Do the Humpty Hump.
it's your chance to do your dance. I think it went like
Do the
that.
Humpty Hump.
Yeah, yeah.
Do me, baby.
Oh, that's it.
Mhm.
Thank you. Do it, baby.
You see the new school. Young Bull knew the old school.
Man, get out of here, man.
Old school lyrics.
You didn't know that, though.
You
didn't.
said Humpty Dump, and I'm the one that said, do the Humpty Hump. Hey, do the Humpty Hump. That was me. I got you,
I
though.
thought you knew who it was,
We're a perfect team, you know
we
what I mean?
really are, man.
The yin
You
and
know
the
what I'm
yang.
saying? I ain't even mad.
You know what I mean?
But you know,
You know what I mean? So you got to loosen up a little bit. You know what I mean? You gotta.
I don't move like that no more, bro.
Oh, yeah, you know, spring chicken like it used to be, huh?
Nah, my brother. But yeah, Humpty passed away. Of course, we lost DMX.
Yeah, man.
You know, still sad. Feeling the blow from that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people was like, well, he wasn't nothing but a drug addict. That ain't fair. But that was a praying brother. You know what I'm saying? But I can't say nothing else about DMX. He was a praying brother, and he made some great music.
Yeah, he couldn't just be a drug abuser. Did you see how everybody came out and showed him love on the bikes, the four-wheelers? They had the casket on the back of a monster truck. Like,
Yeah.
that's big.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
daughter
Now
gave
that's
that beautiful
influence.
speech.
You know what I mean? Like, won't nobody having no pit bulls like that to DMX.
Nah.
Come
not
on
at all.
now. You know
Not
what I
at
mean?
all,
Riding
man.
bikes.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
you remember DMX playing all the movies?
Yes, sir. He played in quite a few too, and was a pretty good actor too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll be definitely missed, man. So we are we're gonna keep it moving. And Michelle Turner, listen, we can't just say to you enough. Thank you again for just coming on and just sharing with us a little bit of your story. Because I know it was tough being over there. I know a lot of times when our soldiers go to combat, they don't talk too much about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's tough. But can you talk a little bit about the food? them MREs.
Oh my goodness.
I ain't gonna
those
lie. My
MREs.
favorite. I ain't gonna lie.
What was your
Michelle,
favorite?
my favorite was that chicken a la king.
Yeah.
What was that? What's
It had
that?
a little warmer.
Eat 'em up or something?
Yeah,
Meals ready to eat.
Right,
Who?
right.
I was a
Meals
cook,
ready
so,
to eat. MREs. Yeah. You know, my first time, my first deployment, if we ran out of the little packs, you know, you had to put that water in there to make those things.
Yeah.
And then you put the meal in there.
Yeah.
We would take the pack and just put it on the hood of our truck
Would you
and let
really?
the sun heat it up.
That sound about
That's
right.
how hot it was.
So how did y'all heat the food up? You said something with a bag.
They had the warmers too. I mean,
Right.
they had the warmers, but what she talking about? She's talking about that desert heat now.
That desert heat, yeah. We just put it on
Ooh.
top of the truck of the hood.
I'm like, you
and let
said
the
you
heat
put
just.
pour some water in it.
Yeah, we had a little packs in there.
Yeah.
You open them up and you pour the water in it, and it would fizz like what was that in that material in there? What was that?
I forgot the
That made
name
And that was,
of it.
that was heating up the pack?
Yeah,
would
it
heat
heat
it
up
up.
the pack.
Ain't no
Like
way
it
that was
wa-
good.
Mac,
Ain't no way.
I'm sorry, I ain't gonna even lie, man. That
People would
chicken
trade. Remember people would trade meals.
Oh God,
You got the this and that.
I
Yeah,
wanted
we
chicken a la king all the time.
The
'cause
what?
you didn't know what you was getting. It wasn't really chicken a la king. I mean, it was chicken a la king in a bag.
Right.
I'm be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's a different world.
Yeah.
It
That's
is
a different
Just like
world.
Uncle said, I want to piggyback. We appreciate you for
Yes.
blessing the platform as well as
Man,
blessing
what?
us
Yes.
in the whole entire world with them 20 years.
20
In
years.
6 months.
In 6 months.
Sir,
Yeah, you got
you hear
to say
me?
that 6
Yo,
months.
she getting all of that
She
credit.
getting
You hear
all
me?
of that.
And I have
Man.
to say, thank you to Aaron,
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
to Jetblack Empowerment,
Yes.
because like I said, this exposure
Yeah.
is again carrying on. It's doing exactly what his nonprofit, his organization,
That's right.
his mission is. So
That's
it's
right.
absolutely an honor to be here.
Oh man, we couldn't have said it no better, and we appreciate it so much, man. We actually enjoy what we do.
Yeah.
every
100%.
day. And when we understand the why we do it, and that makes it just like the icing on the cake. And once you get to know the family, Mr. Jones and Vernetta, I better not call her Miss. I better not call her Miss Jones either. It's Vernetta. You know what I'm saying? Once you get a chance to talk to them and meet them, it's you understand why you got to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And we are so grateful and thankful that Aaron left this vision behind, and we able to carry on his legacy. It really is an honor and a pleasure to do this, because this is what he was all about.
Yes.
So listen, we always talk about the injustice that we have happening here in America with us as a people. And again, we know there's an accountability that we need to have, just like we was talking about a few minutes ago, Michelle, before you came on. We've got to do some policing in our own communities.
Yes.
And I love that. Can you talk about that a little bit, about us policing it in our own communities?
Yeah, we were commenting on some of the things that have happened here, recent events, and I just think that we have to police our own community. Stop calling the police.
Yes.
For every incident.
For every incident.
I mean, adults, we need to be adults
Yeah.
and look out for these children.
Yeah.
These teenagers,
Yeah.
and all the these things that are going. And I understand every situation we can't control.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the police will be necessary.
Sure.
But some of these things we have to learn how to handle ourselves.
Yeah.
And another thing, we kind of talked about having police that's from our community.
Yes.
They know who they face with. Back in our day, they knew who they were. We knew the people on the police force. We knew the police because they lived in our community.
Yeah.
And when they came to us, we knew who was coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was a mutual respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's different. It used to be you would want to turn on the police siren or the fire truck siren, or the police walk through the neighborhood. It's not that. It's not that anymore.
Yeah.
It's something else now. But at the same time, it used to be a time where, like we say, Miss Betsy can whoop your butt. We played out in the street. We played all over the neighborhood, but everybody knew that one thing: get home before that street light came on. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
it's gonna be some smoke in the
What?
city.
And if your mama didn't get you and she was working, Miss Betsy whoop your butt. And Miss Betsy fed you too, though.
That's
Yeah.
right.
She made sure
Yeah,
you
everybody.
ate.
Man, it was all of that.
You know,
love.
hey,
That's right.
I got your son down here. He done ate dinner and everything, girl. He done took a shower.
He
He
good.
got on one of my children on
What you say? He
pajamas.
good. I'm gonna send him up there.
I'm gonna
in a
send him
little
up there in a
bit.
little bit, girl. I'll bring him up there. It
Exactly.
used to be like that. And so we have to get back having that sense of community.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever has happened, we know slavery happened, and then other things happened, and it kind of just tore us up as a community. It just, broke up the black family the way,
The system planned the
system-
whole time.
the whole time, the whole time.
Generational trauma. did that to a whole
Generational
lot of
trauma.
People, you know what I mean?
That's
like
right.
Generations on generations.
Generation and generation. You know what
But
I'm
just
saying?
like Miss Michelle said, that's a perfect idea.
Yeah, policing our own.
We can
neighborhood.
definitely do it ourselves.
We really can.
know
Boy,
what I
get
mean?
off that block. What you doing down there?
You hear me?
It used to be
Yeah,
like
I know
that.
your mom.
I know your mama.
Maybe
That's
call
right.
your daddy.
That's
right.
Yeah.
Get off the goddamn corner.
Yeah.
What you doing down there?
For what?
Man, go on now, Miss Bessie. That's the first thing you'll say. Miss Bessie jump out that car door and whoop that butt,
Don't
and
let-
tell your
no,
mama.
I had a cane and hook you with it.
What?
I done been through all of that.
So you're right. There's accountability that we have to
Sure.
take too on our communities too, and policing our own community and being responsible.
Absolutely.
Stopping these kids from fighting. Hey,
Yes.
put that down. To prevent some of the stuff that we see happening. We don't excuse what we see happening, but maybe there can be some preventions happening before.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna call out. We got George Floyd that we know just happened, and we're grateful for that piece of accountability. But we know we got a long way to go.
Yeah, we do.
We got Eric Garner selling cigarettes. Breonna Taylor, you go up in the house, they still dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? The family is still fighting for that. Dwayne Wright, that situation. What I really don't. I haven't heard much about this situation. Do you know much?
You know you ain't gonna hear much.
It kind
She
of quiet down
yeah,
now. a
she
little
mistaken the taser
bit for
for
a
the
Glock.
blicky.
Yeah,
That was her
and
excuse.
that was.
But she out on bail though. So
yeah, she out
you
on
know how
bail
it
right
go.
now. We got Matthew Zadok Williams. They still haven't released the footage from that incident. The Cobb County Police just went up in that house and shot him and killed him. He was unarmed.
I hadn't even heard about that.
Yeah, that's Matthew Zadok. And of course, we know what's happening right now with Andrew Brown Jr. He died from a fatal gunshot to the back of the head. His relatives and family, attorneys, and Tuesday citing the results of an independent autopsy. The finding bolsters the claim that Brown was executed, the family said. Excuse me. And so, you know, if you get the FBI coming in and saying, hey, there's something written wrong.
Yeah.
Y'all missed it somewhere. So when the FBI is coming in now talking about, hey, they shot him execution style. My question is, excuse me, how is it that you shoot a man 4 times and then you turn around and you shoot him in the back? But I'm still trying to figure out why you just didn't shoot the tires if he was driving off. I'm still not understanding why the option was the gun. I'm still like questioning their judgment of being a part of the protect and the serve. They're part of the military. I know they got a job to do. I understand they have probable cause put in place for certain things, but why is the gun the first thing that you pull out to kill our men? And, you know, we prejudge a situation. They're prejudging the situation before they knew anything about it. And they killed him, shot 4 times in his arm, and then 1 time in the head. So they're still fighting. I know. I know.
Execute.
Execute.
You said execute.
They executed him, man.
Just like you said, why didn't they shoot the car?
Why not just shoot the engine? I mean, shoot the engine, shoot the tires out.
Ain't had nothing to do with the car.
It had nothing to do with the car. Didn't. It's all a plan again to kind of take us off the earth. There's still that plan that they have in place. But hey, we're going to keep it moving. Listen, you also can go to change.org for Anthony Taylor and Harold Taylor and Josiah Dickens. This incident happened in Myrtle Beach. I haven't spoke with the family in a couple of days, and I'm reluctant to speak on it as much. But I will say you can go to change.org until I find out more about this case. I'm not going to elaborate on it anymore. I think we all know about this case, the incident of these young men being locked up in Myrtle Beach for a murder, and they didn't kill anybody. So, and they're in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, locked up. So I think I'm going to leave it alone until I hear a little bit more information about this case, and I just think it's wise that I do that. But you can go to change.org and support Anthony Taylor, Harold Taylor, and Josiah Dinkins. They are needing legal counsel. Also, last time I spoke with Josiah's mother, she said that he had a public defender. And we all know how a public defender, really, they work for the state. So that can go a bad way. I'm not sure. Kanan, when I spoke with him, who is the brother of Anthony Taylor and Harold Taylor, they're still needing legal counsel. I think they have legal counsel, but I'm not sure if it's a public defender. Like I said, you can go to change.org, sign the petition. You can sign your name down there on change.org, sign the petition, and be a part of the solution that helps these young men get the legal counsel that they need. I'm not sure what that number is right off top, but just go to change.org. Also, we know about Free Greg Mingo.
Free Greg Mingo.
Free Greg Mingo, another gentleman who is in prison for something he did not do. He didn't take a plea deal, so he's been in prison now for 44 years. 44 years, and he's still sitting there, and his family is still fighting. You too can go on change.org, sign the petition as well. I think those numbers the numbers are rallying up. They may, I'm not sure. They might be at $1.50, huh?
Well, if I ain't go sign it anyway.
But if not, sign it anyway. You also can donate to help with the legal fees that may be associated with this case. Listen, just go to change.org. You can find about all of this that is happening. We do know about the young lady that was shot and killed. It's kind of what we was bringing reference to a few minutes ago when we was talking about police in our own neighborhoods. we had some different perspectives earlier on that situation. But I think myself and Corey, we just both agreed. I think all of us kind of agreed that, hey, the guns, man, it's got to be another way that we can figure this thing out other than just the first thing you pull out when you see a black kid. It's a 15-year-old kid. 15. And I know I know that a knife was involved, and I know she lunged at somebody else. But why do you have to shoot and kill her? And Michelle, you made a great point. Why wasn't the adults that were there have some type of accountability and say, hey, you're absolutely right. Hey, grab that child. It's a 15-year-old child. And so there's a lot of perspectives on this matter, but I know for myself, you don't have to shoot and kill. That should be the last thing that you do, especially if it's not a gun. But I understand, they have a job that they have to do. A weapon was pulled out, and I guess it was like, hey, shoot and kill. But again, that's a 15-year-old kid, and that's a
15-year-old black girl.
15-year-old black girl, and so it's that's
4 times, Unc.
That's stretching.
Right. 4 times.
I mean, 4
just
times.
like Miss Michelle said, I didn't see the part when the adults was out there, but they are definitely at fault.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Take control.
Take
Please,
control of the neighborhood.
before somebody gets
15 years old, first of all, back in the day, wasn't nobody jumping nobody. We was going to thump it out one-on-one, mom, daddy, auntie, everybody out there, look,
and then we
laugh
laugh and talk with each other, too, after it's in.
Exactly.
Yes.
Also, make sure you go to mothersagainstpolicebrutality.org. I don't have those specific names on me right now, but you can go to mothersagainstpolicebrutality.org, which is another place you can go and sign petitions. Also, get them the necessary legal counsel that they need. These are mothers who have lost their sons to police brutality. Listen, we thank you so much for tuning in with us. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Michelle Turner.
My pleasure.
Thank you so
My
much.
pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Combat veteran, a female. You know what I'm saying?
Much.
So listen, I'm going to give some words of Mr. Huey P. Newton. They can kill the dreamer, but they can't kill the dream. Listen, this is the Jet Black Daily Show. I'm Mr. Jet Black Carl Sr.
And it's your boy, Corey Lagucci Graves.
Peace. Hey! Woo! Bang!
That's okay?
I told you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That was great.
All right.
Besides my damn blue.
It was okay.
Yeah, you did great.
Okay. Thank you. Y'all made it. Y'all made me relax.
Yeah.
Nigga still ain't bring no reefer, did it? I'm not gonna get on my bike and go to the damn house to smoke.
Boy, you stupid.
Lord, I forgot about my children.
Children at the house. Yeah, you gotta wait. They go to
Kids
sleep.
always at home, huh?
Well,
you gotta wait to they go to bed.
Go to sleep.
Yeah.
They butt in the bed.
Unless I go in the garage, but then look, old lady. Text.
It's that time.
Oh, I hope I ain't gotta stop nowhere. See,
She wants
I
you to
forgot.
stop somewhere.
I'm on the bike. I can't stop.